Welcome to Frogfoot Holler, everyone. I'm Michael, and my nephew Colton's behind the camera today. All right, so I got some good news. I was down here in my front gardens and checking out those test seeds that I planted in the ground, see if they're going to germinate. Guess what, y'all? I have some sprouts. Now these are squash, one-ball squash plants, and they're both of them sprouting, and all my squash is sending up sprouts. Yay! It's sending up sprouts, I'm good. So that means the temperature is good enough for me to plant the other ones. And as y'all can see, the wind's blowing really good today. My beard's going everywhere, y'all. But we'll be planting the seeds later on this week because for the next couple of days, we got a cold front moving in, and I don't want to plant those seeds when the temperatures are supposed to be getting down into the low 40s, high 30s. So, gonna be waiting a few days. Now, what I have a problem with is we have deer and we have other animals that will eat these things. So I need to protect them. How am I going to protect them? I don't know. So I'm going to head up to my other garden and see if I can't figure out something. All right, so this is what I've come up with to, well, fix the problem with the deer and other animals possibly getting the younger squash and the cantaloupes and the watermelons and the squash and the squash and the squash down there in the field. So what I did is I just took some spare chicken wire I had and cut it to a certain length and folded it in a circle and pushed it up and used a tie wrap to tie it up. Now let me actually show you what I did. So this is my spare chicken wire. I've already pre-cut most of this, but what I did is I counted 20 individual holes here going down this way, and then I cut the 21st line. So just like this. Now I'm making sure that I'm cutting in the middle so that way I can have some spikes on my deer protection or other animals, just depending on what you're trying to protect your vegetables from. Now, I'm gonna take, and y'all see these lines running right through here? These are what I call the guidelines for the chicken wire. You got two, so it separates it in 3 sections. I can get 3 of those caps or deer protection things from this thing. And I'm just going to go along clipping right beside that line. Dude, this takes a while. Do. Now I suggest when you're working with this chicken wire to wear some gloves, unlike me. Be a little bit smarter than me, please, because this stuff will cause a major pain in your hand. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the spike side and turn it up and then create this little circle right here, meeting the 2 ends. I'm going to take the bottom wire, pull it around like that, and every so often I'm going to push the wires through and bend them around each other. Just like this. Alright, so now I'm going to use the front spiky side like this, put my hands like this and crush the top just like this, so that way anything that comes through the top gets spiked. Those spikes hurt. I'm going to take the zip tie and go through, run it through all 3 sides just like this, come back around and zip tie it together just like that. So that way nothing can push its way through the top. Now, you have a plant protector. All right, so I'm gonna jump into super frog mode and get 4 more of these made up real quick. All right, guys, so I got the 8 that I need plus 1 extra. So we're going to head down to the field and take a look at how I'm actually going to put them on there, or how I plan to. And, well, with any bit of luck, my deer won't be eating my plants, hopefully. All right, guys, so we're back down here in the front field with my squash and with my deer protection units. Patent pending. Frogfoot holler. All right, guys, so this is basically going to work fairly simply. I'm just going to take and put this over the top like this and make a little ring. That way I can see how big it is. Then I'm going to take and dig out an area. Now the plants are still small, so I'm not going to be interfering with any of their roots. And I'm going to dig out this area and put it over the top like this. Now I'm going to take and refill what I dug out, so that way they're stable in all this wind we're having today, and I ain't got to worry too much about it. Now again, I'm going to hop over here and I'm going to do the same thing. Take it, make me that little ring, let me see where it's going. Take my fingers, you know Southerners say fingers funny, fingers. I'm going to make my little ring with my fingers, just like this. Take it, put it over the top, and there we go. Push everything back in. Now the deer shouldn't try to push past this. They should come up against these spikes right here and on top and be like, what? Nope, too much trouble, ain't going to do it. And once the plants actually get bigger, I'm not worried too much about them actually eating the plants once they get bigger. Now, hopefully this will work. Not 100% sure, but if it does, I just come up with something new I ain't ever heard about. Yay! All right, guys, so we're going to do this on Super Frog mode. My nephew's going to take some, and I'm going to take some. We're going to hop on it and get it done. All right, guys, so I know you're sitting there wondering, why am I holding on to my beard like this? And so my beard don't fly away. It's pretty windy out here. Okay, so the wind's died down, and we got all our deer protection units on. And then you can see little itty bitty sprout coming up right there. And they're just now popping up, so I want to go ahead and get these on there before they really got up there and the deer saw them. I don't want no deer eating my vegetables. So this is actually kind of an untested thing. It makes sense in my own brain that it will work. But at the same time, I don't know how hungry them deer are. Hopefully not hungry enough to go past these spiky pieces of wire here. But over time, I'm going to find out. Now, once these plants get bigger, I'm not going to be worried too much about it. But as it is, uh-oh, there it goes again. Holding on to my beard. I don't want to fly away, y'all. Hi guys, it's been Michael with Frogfoot Holler. It just blew the gimbal sideways. Alright guys, it's been Michael with Frogfoot Holler. Y'all have a froggy day.